Hi, this is John Kelly of the Kelly Law Team. I want to talk to you about how long it takes to get paid in a personal injury claim or settlement. These are online questions that I'm answering, so let's get started here. This is really for people that don't have a lawyer, an attorney, and a lot of it applies if you do have a lawyer, but this is kind of some good pointers for people who are trying to handle the initial parts on their own. The first thing I want to make a point about is getting hospital records if you did go to the hospital and ordered right away. So what you want to do is make sure that you contact the hospital's records departments and tell them that you want the full bills and records. Hospitals anymore will take a long time to get your records, and you may be waiting 3 or 4 months, believe it or not, to get those records. They'll send you an invoice. You may have to send them a check for the amount that it takes them to produce copies of your records. So you want to get that process started right away. The other thing that you need to know is that when you're gonna have to wait typically until you're done treating before you make your demand letter. So that's something that is, you may be treating for 3 months with care. You know, you may have physical therapy, chiropractor, you may have other things, orthopedic person involved. It may be 6 months, it may be a year. You don't necessarily want to settle your claim typically until you're completely done treating. So that will delay your case to a certain degree depending on how long you're treating. After you're done treating with all your providers that were the follow-ups to the hospital, so if you went to physical therapy, for instance, for 3 months, you'll want to request their full bills and records that includes your last visit. Then when you get all your bills and records together, you need to put a demand letter together to the insurance company that's applicable. From there, after you put your demand letter together, you typically are going to be giving the insurance company 30 days to respond to your demand letter that included all your bills and records. Now they may come back and say, we need a little bit more time to review this, or they may follow up with you and say there's some missing bills and records and that kind of thing. So you may have to extend it out from there. After you get to the point where they've made an initial settlement offer, it can go very quickly from there. You can negotiate that initial settlement offer. If you think it's not high enough, you can make your arguments, produce other documentation that you think is relevant. But that old process can be done in a couple of days if you get an adjuster on the phone. Once you get the claim settled, you have an amount that they've offered that you feel is fair, you've decided to settle the claim, you tell them, go ahead and send me that check and release. They're going to send you a check with your name on it. They're also going to send you a release that's going to tell you that by accepting this check and releasing them, you no longer have any rights to go after the person that injured you or the insurance companies that are related in any way regarding that accident. So they'll want that before they'll actually get you the full funds from the check. After you have that check, you're on your way to the bank with that, really. So typically I would say 2 to 3 months after you're done treating is about average. Now that is if your injuries aren't very severe. You know, we're talking about more soft tissue type of injuries. If you do have a more complicated case and you have liens involved, which a lot of these personal injury cases do, those can take some time to resolve, especially if Medicare is involved. Typically in that kind of situation, if you have liens from hospitals and Medicare healthcare providers involved, you may want to contact an attorney at least to get some information about how to resolve all those, because the last thing you want is for you to think that you're on your way with your money from your settlement check and then get another bill in the mail from your healthcare provider saying that they have a right to be reimbursed. So I hope this helps for people out there. If you have any further questions about this, please contact me. You can reach me at the Kelly Law Team. The number is 602-283-4122. Thank you.